All right, we are in Life Plans Part 5. We discovered in our last episode that we are already out of money. Now I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup on my file here, and I'm going to tell you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So here, I have one piece of sausage for breakfast every morning. I know that's really pretty weird, but whatever. Now my grocery list here, I need to know, the first thing that I actually want to know is I want to know the number of items that I'm going to buy. Then I want to know the cost. Then I want to know the total. And we did a formula for this, right? We did equal the number times the cost and hit enter. And then we hovered over the fill handle and we dragged it all the way down. Then after that, we used the sum function and we went all the way up to the top and started right there. And we pull that all the way down. Now you have to, at the last zero is where you stop. And then you hit enter. And then my total there is 0 because I haven't put in anything yet. But as soon as I put in 2 bags of frozen sausage at $4.95, then I get $9.90 and it shows up down here on the total. And we love those things. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and fill out a little bit of what I have for lunch. I usually have 1 apple and some egg salad. And for supper, lately it's been rice and beans. But it's only 2 tablespoons full. So what I need is my sausage. 2 bags of it. It's frozen. I need apples. 2 bags at $2.49. And then my rice and beans. I hate to admit it, it came from Taco Cabana. And I'm going to need it times 4 for the whole month at $8. That's pretty expensive. It'd be a lot cheaper for me to make my rice and beans, and I'm not going to keep buying that. I only did it once. So I can hover over I can highlight all 3 of these at once, and then I can drag them down if I'm truly going to eat that for 30 days. And I'm not going to eat that for 30 days, but maybe I'm just going to, oh, and look at what it did. This is really interesting. 1, 2, 3, it counted, which that's really awesome that it does that. If you want it, I'm going to do Control Z, and then I'm going to do Control C, and then I'm going to just do this. And it pasted them without incrementing the first number. But if you wanted the number incremented, that would be a great thing. So then I'll go in here and I'll change this to, I don't know, I really can't eat much besides egg salad and apple. And I don't have any imagination for what else I can eat. So there we go. There's my formula, and you'll notice that on my budget, oh dear, it can't because I moved things. So I'm going to type equal, and I'm going to go back over here to my grocery budget and click right here and hit enter. There we go. Now it's over, and I am $20 over just with that on my wages as a dishwasher. The other thing is that I need a few more things, so we're going to make another sheet, and we're going to name it Incidentals. And I'm going to give you access to a sheet which has some incidentals on it. And some of our incidentals are, does your job provide uniforms? If they do you have to wash them, or do I change? If they don't provide uniforms, do they have a dress code, black slacks and a white shirt? If they do, you may have to purchase it. And then you don't have laundry facilities in your apartment, so you're going to have to pay for that. So obviously you're going to have to do wash. And this is an incidental that we will talk about in a little bit because we clearly can't afford a car. And we're going to have to do something else. And if we can't afford a car and we're going to have to rely on some other form of transportation, which involves walking, we're going to need a rain suit. So the rain suit there is $49.99, and that's actually a pretty good price for a good rain suit. You're also going to want some kind of rain boots because you can't go to work with your feet all wet. So we're going to go back over here, and we have an incidentals page. So let's put item, number, price, and total. And we know, because we've done it before, that I don't have to actually have examples in there because I can make my formula equals this cell times this cell, enter. And then I can drag, let's go down here. I'm going to put rain suit, $49.95. There we go. And I'm going to copy this down. Give myself, I don't need that many. There we go. And I'm going to make a total. And again, we're going to use the sum function, sum. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to highlight from here all the way down to right above total. Because if I include total, it's going to give me an error. There we go. Now there's my total, $49.95. Now I want to go back to my budget and I'm going to change this personal to incidental. And I'm going to click in it. I don't have to highlight it or backspace. As soon as I start typing, it erases the previous. Incidental. And now I'm going to type equal. And you know how this works. Go to incidentals, grab my total, and hit enter. And it brought my incidentals over. Now I'm going to say that as a dishwasher, they do not have a uniform for me. And they are going to require me to purchase black pants and a white shirt, and I have to have clean black pants and a clean white shirt for every day. So I either have to wash them every night or I have to have more than one set, and I'm going to say that I have to have 2 sets. So 1 shirt, 1 pair or 2 shirts, 2 pairs of pants, and I'm going to say that I can get a shirt for probably $10. And the pants for $15. So my incidentals have just gone up considerably, and my budget is broken. I've spent $120 more than I have. And that is because I cannot afford the car. And I haven't even thought about entertainment. Well, we did think about phone, savings, or clothing other than work clothing. Oh, in a restaurant, they always require you to have shoes too. So we're going to go back over here to incidentals, and it has to be leather shoes. 1 pair, that's going to cost you at least $30. Now, we have 2 kinds of incidentals. We have incidentals that happen every month and incidentals that happen once. In this case, these incidentals are a one-time expense, but we're going to work on that a little bit later because we're just looking at our budget for the first month. So we're going to have to delete the car because that is just not going to work. And we're going to have to think about other items we can use for transportation because at this point, now this says that we should be having, I'm going to click here and go to my savings. I should be saving $144 a month. And then for clothing, it says that I should be spending about $48 a month. So we aren't doing utilities. We still do actually have to have transportation. So what are we going to do for transportation? Let's look at a few alternatives. So here we go. Bicycle, a motorcycle, a moped. Those are kind of inexpensive. You can go to Craigslist and you can look that up. Brazos Transit has buses, and we have a Bryan College Station map. So we're going to have to determine where it is you live and where it is you work and figure out how far you're going to have to walk probably to get to the bus and then take the bus to your job. So we're going to be looking at your transportation routes, how long it's going to take, and how much it's going to cost you. So here we have, over here on the right, we've got fixed route rates. So it's going to tell you what it's going to cost you. So It's either $150 for each time you ride, or if you buy a multi-ride pass for $55, you get 42 one-way trips. That saves you a good bit of money. Let's just figure out exactly $150 each. So it's 42 for 55. How much is that each? Let's go back to Excel. Not Excel. No, we are going back. Sorry, I'm always going back to Excel. Let's just go over here. 55. And how much was it? $45? Don't even remember. Oh, it was 42 for 55. Okay, 55, 42 rides equal, let's see. And if I go equals this divided by this, that is $1.30 per ride. So on those 55 rides, it would be $1.50 regularly. So if I do If I do 55 times that 150 minus 130, it's approximately 20 cents a ride. So 55, that times 0.2. So that's going to save me 11 bucks. And you know what? You're looking at this budget, and this budget is going to be really tight. So you're going to have to look at how many rides do you need. So in 1 month, you're going to have 20 work days. That's going to be 40 rides. So that $55 should do the trick for getting you to and from work. So you can now put that 55 in here, and you can see that you're beginning to be able to pay for things. So you actually have $261 left. And then you can apply that $261 and start saving to buy yourself a moped. And a moped is actually really cheap to operate. So get all of these things in there and explore these, and then we are going to talk further.